I recognize I'm not a big YouTuber, but people need to know what's coming, and I happen to have a Pariah. The first question everybody is going to put in the comments is, where do I get one? And the answer is, you don't yet. I understand once it's done, files will be put out and it will be open source, but right now it's in closed beta while we sort it out. And in my opinion, it's perfectly great, except for the whole assembly thing. Had I not been in the right place at the right time and had money in my pocket, I wouldn't have been able to get one. Bob M. Tran had all the hardware and helped immensely in putting it together. These eyes don't see to solder very well, and he did probably half of the soldering for me. It took us, looked like it, apparently he was done with it by about midnight, and we started working on it at 1 in the afternoon. It is not an easy assembly. There are wires everywhere. There's an entire freaking computer in the grip. There's screen. There's a freaking PSP joystick to manipulate everything, switches. It was way beyond me, and I'm glad I had help trying to get it assembled, because I probably wouldn't have. But this one's mine. I designed the front end because I need something larger, because I am larger. Everything else was between JoshK's work to make what it's called fly stringer, yoinky sploinky, whatever you wanted to call it. What the end result is something that pushes a plunger every time you pull the trigger and loads a dart. So, example, it just goes. I got some fresh nitro darts in here. I try to tune it to 250 FPS. Let's see what it's doing at the moment. 226. 247. There we go. 246. Oh, that first shot would have been a worker dart. 242. 246. 243. You can see it's extremely consistent. 252. I understand with better than nitro shot and like newer darts, it does a lot better than that. Like plus or minus 3 of wherever you're trying to set it to. But it just does that a lot. Mine's set up with binary trigger. Click, click, and everybody's favorite, full auto. And it just does that all day, every day. The next question would be, most people would be, well, how does it work? There's no spring in here. What's going on is, let me turn it back on. 2 things. Down here, there's a Kraken motor separately from the whole mechanism, pushing darts in, click, 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 really fast. The second thing is, you've got this motor about the size of a toddler's fist up here that's got a string wrapped around it, and it pulls through the middle of the plunger, and I'll show you. As it spins, the plunger gets pulled forward into this turnaround, which doesn't actually turn around anything. So darts are fed from the bottom, air is fed from the top, air goes out the barrel, and my B car, I'm assuming if you put in a Kosh on this, it could just make one hole all day long. That's what I can show you. The range on this is, I don't know how low, all the way up to 290 some FPS with a tight barrel and everything turned all the way up. That was the current high scores Bob and Tran was getting out of these things. My group plays 250, and so now I have a 250 setting for it. There's not much else I can or will say about it. It is a terrifying change to how Nerf is going to be played if this becomes a standard, because it is reliable, it is accurate, it is repeatable, it feeds everything, and it's something that, you know, a holy grail for AEB in the hobby at all. You know, I'm assuming once China gets a hold of it, it'll get cheaper. And now I think the hardware was around $200, which ain't bad compared to, say, like a normal brushless flywheeler, which has kind of been the gold standard now around here. This has been designed by JoshK, the same guy who brought you the Ontos, and he's one of the local players, so he's been bringing in prototypes to games for last year or so, just kind of showing off where he's at. And then once he got to basically this, we just started taking off. Our last meet, we had 6 of these running around, and it was weird. They're so quiet that they just sneak up on you, especially when we're hitting 150 FPS and just go puff, 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 puff. You know, when you're used to springers, that's just not what usually happens. I love it. I'm scared by it, and I'm probably going to use it a little bit, and probably going to hand it off to new players who need something that can give them a leg up when they don't have a lot of experience. That's my short, sweet, one-take overview of the Pariah. Keep an eye out for it. I'm probably not going to end up selling these on the shop. I'm certainly not going to be the one building them if I do. But I think it's important that Nerf knows this is coming, and it works, and it's going to change things. Thanks for your time.